Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Santa Anita Park here on Wednesday. It's the 31st December 2025. Gonna look at the stakes races on the program from Santa Anita, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on X at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the stakes action from Santa Anita. Races 5 and 7, quite a good card here at the Great Race Place. The fifth race, it is the Eddie Logan Stakes. It's going for $100,000 purse race for 2-year-olds here. 7 horses going 1,600 meters or a mile on the turf course. Rails out 30 feet. My top selection, I'm going to go to take the 2 horse Plutarch as a top selection. Hopefully I said that right. 2, 3, 4, 1 for me in the superfecta. 2, 3, 4, 1 super. Top selection 2 horse Plutarch. This 2-year-old colt by Into the Mischief. Fillmore owns this horse actually. Bob Baffert trains. Juan Hernandez gets mount. When I think about Bob Baffert, I don't think about 2-year-old on turf, but this horse loves the turf. He ran terrifically closing day at Del Mar, the final race of the year, actually, locally there. A mile and eighth in a main special weight. He won by 4 1/4 lengths. He had a bit of a wide trip that day, but when Flavian said go, he destroyed the group force home. I thought that was a very good effort against some decent quality horses I think are going to come out of that race. But he's cutting back in trip here today. He has a very good poster. I think on paper he should really go up a lot. Now the biggest question with him is, will he be on a Derby trail next year? I think if I was Bob Baffert, get away from the Derby. Maybe stay for those 3-year-old turf races here in the on the East Coast, something like the Transylvania, Edgewood, and then eventually the Belmont Derby. I think that kind of race this horse could do wonders in. He has started on dirt, and he hasn't run half bad either. But he ran 2 back at Del Mar, a mile in the thoroughbred aftercare Alliance Stakes, where he finished third by 2.5 lengths that day. He didn't have the best beginnings that day, but he really gained ground. Not a bad race in the feed after all said and done. And then on dirt in the American Pharaoh, he finished third by 3/4 length. Not getting out of the gate so clearly, but he has that turn of foot on dirt like a turf horse. Again, he was really gaining ground late, maybe a little bit too late. He ran against first time turf and off the quick turn run at Del Mar, mile on the Del Mar Juvenile Turf. We had very good place by 1/4 lengths, closing up for nowhere. He was drifting a little bit late, but he really got a good trip there. He's trading well on the Tapeta, 2-1. I know it's not the best price in the world, but I think he could win. I'm going to actually single him in the multi race wager. There's a pick three, all turf pick three that begins with this race. Make sure you single him there. But to recap my selection for the fifth from Santa Anita, it is the Eddie Logan. Going to take the 2 horse Plutarch, 2, 3, 4, 1 super. We're going to single the 2 in the multi race. The featured 7th race now from Santa Anita. It's the Robert J. Frankel Stakes. It's a grade 3 event going for $100,000 purse. It's for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 7 horses going 1,800 meters. Or a mile and eighth on the turf course. I believe this race was known as the San Gorgonio years and years ago, before they named it after Bobby Frankel. It's always a good race. I'm going to go with the 5 horse Watchtower as a top selection. 5-1-2-6 for me in the superfecta. 5-1-2-6 super. Top selection 5 horse Watchtower. This 4-year-old filly by Dem Schaller here. Richard Baltus trains. Mirko Demero gets them out, who's running absolute lights out since coming here stateside this past summer. They ran the horse most recently in the at Santa Anita 1 mile in the Swing Time Stakes, and he finished 6 by 2 1/4 lengths that day. And kind of sat mid pack. He was very wide, and he was just flat. It was a very quick turnaround from the previous race, and I just thought he saw a tired horse. There's time between races now, and I think if he breaks well, I think and nothing bad happen, nothing, saddle slips. I think he could win here today. Saddle slip 2 back in the Rodeo Drive. I'm on quarter locally in the 4th of October. That cost all chances. After a quarter mile, the saddle slip, Marco Namero had to pull up the horse. Came back 2 weeks later, tired horse. Just put on an extra those last 2 races. Come back here. I think he's going to be in a better spot to win. Also, that quick turnaround was a quick turnaround coming back from Del Mar, from Kentucky Downs, actually. Mile 70 in the One Dreamer Stakes. He had a decent 5th place finish. It was a little bit wide, but if the race was a little bit longer, he could have made it interesting late. Not a bad race in the feed. And then the Yellow Ribbon Handicap at Del Mar over the mile 16th off the bench. Finished third by 2 1/4 lengths that day. Didn't have the best trips. Was a little bit wide, but he really gained some ground late. He has ability. He likes his turf course. He's training well in Tapeta. I'll give him a shot on the ticket. For that second leg at the all turf pick three, I think one horse public assembly we can use on the ticket. Antonio Forsu is supposed to ride, but we're going to have a rider change now. With Forsu having a broken toe and will be out indefinitely for the time being. This horse has done everything right. Won very nicely at the last March going on quarter on this turf course. Came back to win the Royal Heroine Mile back in April after that. And then if you look at some of the fall, late summer fall campaign, he was running against some tough horses in this division. Wasn't winning, but was getting better with every single race. Coming back from trip from the previous race. I know each not the best price in the world, but you can definitely win. Let's use her in that pick three. But to recount my selection for the 7 from Santa Anita, it's the Robert J. Frankel Stakes. Going to take the 5-horse Watchtower. Give kudos to the 1-horse Public Assembly. 5126 Super. 5-1 in the multi race. With that being said, now good luck to all, and please follow me on X at Horse Racing Kit 5. Good luck, everybody.